All right, class, time to erase everything you thought you knew. Because today we're exposing the biggest lies we were taught in school. From historical myths to total science blunders, your childhood education may have been more fiction than fact. So grab a notebook or don't because you might not trust those anymore, and let's dive into the top lies we learned in school. Lie number one: Christopher Columbus discovered America. Let's start with one of the biggest history flubs ever. Christopher Columbus discovered America. Sounds familiar, right? But here's the problem. He didn't. Wait, what? First of all, millions of Native Americans already lived here. Columbus never even set foot in what we now call the United States. He landed in the Bahamas and thought he was in Asia, and he wasn't even the first European here. That title probably goes to Leif Erikson, a Viking who landed in North America about 500 years earlier. Yet, for some reason, we still celebrate Columbus Day like he was the ultimate explorer. But hey, let's be real. Columbus was kind of a terrible guy too. Let's move on before this gets too dark. Einstein failed math. Raise your hand if a teacher ever told you even Einstein failed math. It's supposed to be inspiring, right? Like, hey, even geniuses struggle sometimes. But there's just one issue. It's completely false. Einstein himself said he was always great at math. In fact, by the time he was a teenager, he was already mastering calculus. This lie actually came from a misunderstanding of the grading system in Germany. So, while Einstein was a genius, the idea that he was bad at math is just a feel-good myth. You only use 10% of your brain. This one gets tossed around all the time in movies and pop culture. You only use 10% of your brain. The idea? If we unlocked the other 90%, we'd all be super geniuses with telekinesis. But science says otherwise. Modern brain scans show we actually use all of our brain. Different parts of it just light up depending on what we're doing. So sorry, but unlocking 100% of your brain won't make you Professor X. The Great Wall of China is visible from space. Here's one straight from your geography class. The Great Wall of China is the only man-made structure visible from space. Sounds epic, right? But it's totally wrong. The truth is, the wall is really long, but not wide enough to be seen from space with the naked eye. Astronauts have actually confirmed this. Meanwhile, cities, highways, and even some airports are way easier to spot than the wall. Humans have only 5 senses. We were all taught in school that humans have 5 senses: sight, hearing, taste, touch, and smell. But in reality, we actually have a lot more. Scientists say humans actually have anywhere from 9 to 20 senses. This includes things like balance, your vestibular sense, temperature, thermoception, pain, nociception, and even body awareness, proprioception. So yeah, your science book kind of forgot a few. Chameleons change color to blend in. Okay, let's bust this animal myth wide open. We've all heard that chameleons change color to blend into their surroundings. But that's actually not why they do it. Chameleons change color mostly for temperature control and mood, not camouflage. When they turn darker, they're trying to absorb heat. When they turn bright, they're showing excitement or dominance. So yeah, they're not secret agents, but they are fashion icons. The tongue has taste zones. Ever seen one of these charts? Your teachers told you different parts of your tongue detect sweet, sour, salty, bitter. But that's totally wrong. Another lie. In reality, all parts of your tongue can detect all flavors. The idea of taste zones came from a misinterpretation of a 1901 research paper, and for some reason it got stuck in textbooks for decades. The pyramids were built by slaves. One of the biggest misconceptions in history. The pyramids were built by slaves. We've all heard it, but it's totally false. Wait, what? Archaeological evidence shows the pyramids were built by skilled Egyptian workers who were actually well-fed and housed. In fact, their tombs were found near the pyramids, something Egyptians never did for slaves. So, nope, the pyramids weren't built by whipped laborers, but by proud Egyptian craftsmen. Hollywood got it all wrong. Thomas Edison invented the light bulb. Ever been told Thomas Edison invented the light bulb? Well, he didn't. He just made it better. The truth? The light bulb was actually invented decades earlier by Humphrey Davy and Warren de la Rue, but Edison made a longer-lasting, affordable version. So he got all the credit. Classic move. The moon has a dark side. So you've heard of the dark side of the moon, right? Sounds cool, but it's completely made up. The moon doesn't have a side that's always dark. It just has a far side we can't see from Earth. But it gets sunlight just like the rest of the moon. So no, there's no secret alien base hiding in total darkness. Diamonds are made from coal. Every science book told us diamonds are just coal under pressure. But guess what? That's a huge myth. Coal and diamonds form in completely different ways. Coal comes from ancient plants, while diamonds are created deep underground under extreme heat and pressure, way before plants even existed. Mount Everest is the tallest mountain. This one's tricky because Everest is the highest mountain above sea level, but it's not the tallest mountain overall.
What? Wait, what?
The tallest mountain from base to peak is actually Mauna Kea in Hawaii. It stretches over 33,500 feet from its base on the ocean floor, making it taller than Everest. Everest just looks taller because its base starts way higher up. Goldfish have a 3-second memory. Ever heard that goldfish have a memory span of 3 seconds? Well, that's totally false. Another lie? Goldfish actually have amazing memories. Studies show they can remember things for months, recognize people, and even learn tricks. So yeah, that fish you had as a kid, it definitely remembered all the times you forgot to feed it. How many of these lies did you believe? Drop a comment below, and if you love busting myths, hit that like button and subscribe. See you in the next one.